I still have my eyes locked on Frank Saravalli to see if we have anything else coming down the pipe here. But just quickly, a couple of notes. Yes, Frank. Okay, let's get to our man Frank Saravalli. Frank, what do we got?
Yeah, so there's a few things that are piling up in the NHL's queue. Lots of talk about Max Domi. He is heading to the Carolina Hurricanes. They got that in just under the wire. No word on a return yet. I'm also told that Ryan Carpenter he was a little bit further down on our list. He was in the 30s on our trade targets list, 35 if memory serves me correctly. He's heading to the Calgary Flames. Another deal that just got done under the wire. And Derek Brassard is heading to the Edmonton Oilers. That is another trade that materialized late and I think surprised the heck out of some people in Philadelphia. I think the Flyers were working to move some other depth players, and Derek Brassard was not expecting to be on the move, and he ends up getting traded to the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for a 4th-round pick. So that's just some of the deals that are in the queue. A clean sweep, as we mentioned on the Daily Faceoff trade targets. All of the top 7 end up getting traded. Fleury, Kopp, Leddy, Raquel, Domi. It has been a wild few days leading up to the NHL's trade deadline, and we're not quite done yet, Tyler.
We are not quite done yet. Those are the words I wanted to hear, Frank Saravalli. Domi to Carolina. Pete, I hinted at it a little bit. I think this makes sense. I think this is a guy who fits in pretty good there and maybe gives them a bit of a different look in sort of their top 9.
Yeah, depending on the price, I think it's probably worth a shot. The thing with Domi has always been that he's a bit of a wild card, and the inconsistency is a bit baffling and frustrating. But we know that he's capable of producing offensively. The 200-foot game is a bit of a concern. But when you're a team like Carolina and you seem to have sort of all the pieces in place, why not try to upgrade offensively in that top 9 and have a guy who has some versatility and importantly, some bite. I think that's one of the things that Carolina has missed in the past few years when they've gotten into the playoffs is having that toughness and that bite and that grit that you kind of look for over the course of a deep playoff run and not getting pushed around. So not a bad kick of the can for Carolina to take a flyer on Domi here.
Scott, you're out there in Carolina. You're at the rink right now. What do you think of this deal?
No, the offense has been a question here in Carolina for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Martin Necas, high draft pick and a really skilled, nice player, but it's been a real struggle for him this season in terms of offensive production. And I think the ability to bring in a guy like Max Domi, he's not a scorer in the true sense of the word. He's not a sniper, but he can produce offense. He's going to play with really good players. It gives Rod Brindamore more options in that top 9 now to do a little mixing and matching. Some of his top guys are in a bit of a dry spell right now, but this is still an elite hockey team. They've added a top-end offensive player that meets this very specific need for this team right now. And again, I think the depth going into the playoffs, we talk about, keeping pace with the Joneses in the neighborhood. I think this is an important move for a Carolina team that was really solid to begin with. And we'll see how Max Domi fits out. Listen, the guy's playing for a contract. This is a pretty good place to come and try and drive your market value up.